What's up, everybody? It's TJ with Sanctified, and today we have a tool face-off with the Milwaukee Oscillating Tool and the Dewalt. Okay, so first of all, I realize this is the M12 for the Milwaukee, so the battery power isn't as big as the 20 volt. That's not my intent. It's more just to talk about functionality. So first, if I go over, we'll do the Dewalt first. They each have different blades. This is for general purpose wood. The blade on the Milwaukee is actually a carbide blade, so I can take off nails and stuff like that. Looking at the Dewalt, I love how easy it is. You just pull the trigger in to change a blade out, right? And it comes out. If I pick up a new one, I'm putting it back on, and it's pretty easy to, woo! Don't have the battery on like that. But if you want it to face a different angle, you know, and I want it out that way, that's easy to do. So you can make it face whatever is the most comfortable for you. So the next thing I want to kind of point out on it is the functionality with this one as far as like speeds. I don't enjoy as much as the Milwaukee, so you can control it by how much you pull the trigger. You probably can actually see that better if I leave the blade on there, but you can see if I'm just kind of pulling it a little, woo, it's hard to do. So we'll show on the Milwaukee, you actually can just dial the button up or down. I do like that you can have a bigger battery on this one. Obviously, we're talking about the M12 here, but this one is pretty nice for lightweightness. So this one's a little bit heavier. You can put any type of blade on it you want. And then more importantly, I've had this one for probably 5 or 6 years. It's been pretty durable. You can see when I pull the trigger there, it's fine. I usually used to always just pull down here, and you can see it's stuck on me. So again, it's been used a lot. People have dropped it. It's sat in trailers and gotten banged around. So I'm sure that's part of the reason for that. But overall, I have loved the Dewalt here oscillating tool. So then if we go over to the Milwaukee, if I want to change out the actual blade on this, so there's a little lever here, you got to flip it up all the way. You could actually see where that almost pulled out a little bit. Not pulled out, but this little area right here moves to loosen. And then there's a screw right here. I normally do this from the other way. So you loosen that just enough to get the blade out, right? So we're gonna keep going. So I take it off. So again, this is a difference. I have a different blade on here that you have to take all the way off. If we had this one on here, I wouldn't have had to take that whole screw out. For some reason, it's sticking today. And then you could put a new one on, right? And we'll put the screw right back in. So again, if I had this blade on here and I was replacing it with one like that, I wouldn't have to take the whole screw off because I can get it on and off by just loosening that bolt a little bit. So you don't have to get this super snug out here. It actually snugs back down when you pull the lever down and lock it in. The thing I like about the Milwaukees is you have a speed dial right here. Hopefully you can see that. So it goes from 2, right, all the way up to 12. So if I have it on, we'll let you listen. So I have 2 on. And as we dial up the speed, so for me, I can be a lot more precise with this. I don't need to just juice it all the way if I'm just trying to do some like delicate work, especially when we're doing finished carpentry. So again, lighter weight, a little more cumbersome with changing the blades out. I wasn't going into like which one can cut through a piece of wood better, because that could depend on the blade that we have on or a piece of metal. So we would have to have the same blade on for each one. What you want to look at with these is what you're going to use them for the most. For me, with how quick you can change this out, if you're looking for just general purpose, a little rougher work, I don't mind the Dewalt. For fine finish work, I like the Milwaukee better. But anyway, between the two, I don't think either way you can go. I would just look at what do you think you need it for, what are you going to use it for. If it's just to cut some rough openings for electrical outlets and stuff, I would look at the cost honestly and see which one's cheaper or which one you have the battery packs for. If I'm doing more finish work, more carpentry that needs to look good, I'm probably using the Milwaukee just for the speed control. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I could go either way on it, but it depends on what you're looking to do. So again, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, comment below, and let us know what kind of tools you want to see reviewed. We'll start actually doing some out in the field so you guys can see them in action outside of just in our garage or out in the field, like in our yard when we're showing some of the things off and whatnot. So again, please share, subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube. And in the meantime, don't forget to raise your standard. We'll talk to you guys soon.